Hey, it's Chris Kopf, and welcome to another Real Estate System Secrets Marketing Minute. I hope you'll join me for a cup of coffee and a quick story. I'd like to share with you how creating a unique experience specific to a client can help earn you incremental commissions in your market and serve your clients at the highest level. I recently put a property under contract with a client that contacted me because of the premium content that I've created on the internet, and something that attracted them, which is part of the systems that I create and part of what I teach in the online academy. But when this client came, it was about a year ago, they looked at property, and we looked at a number of different homes, and they really didn't fit their needs, and at the time they weren't ready to make a decision. They came back this summer, and we looked at one specific property that they had considered previously, that had come off the market and back on the market in the summer, and they really liked it. And so we created they went, and while they were here, they saw it 2 different times. The second time, I got quite a bit of information for them to help them make an informed decision with parcel maps. There was some driveway easement issues. There's a river that runs behind it, fishing rights, and all the entitlements associated with that, a number of different things. But when they were there, they walked through the home for over an hour, and they still left and went back to Texas, considering strongly that this might be a home for them. I got a call about 2 weeks later, and they said, hey, we're coming back and we'd like to go through that home, specifically coming back to see that home. So I thought, all right, what can I do to serve this client at the highest level? Well, I set up a fly fishing guide and a catered lunch on the back deck. So in the morning, they fished with the guide, and then I showed up later in the morning and joined them on the river, and then we had lunch on the deck, and then they toured the home. And I guess you can bet how that ended up, and it ended up that they said this is the one we want to submit a contract to buy and sell on this home. And so we are now under contract and super excited. It's about a $2 million home, a $2 million transaction. So if you create that unique experience and think outside the box and think, what can you do differently for a client, then especially affluent clients, then you're serving them at the highest level, and you're helping them to achieve their goal, which is, in this case, to buy a luxury home that was the best fit for them and their family. So not every home has a river and fishing rights behind it, but I had a similar scenario with a client. It was about I guess a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and this client had very similar kind of scenario. They had looked at a number of different properties, and this home, they wanted to come back for another visit, and I suggested, let's hold off and let's do the showing at dusk, because it's got an awesome westerly view and the sunset is awesome. And why don't you invite, because they were in town, why don't you invite your family and friends to come up? And when they arrived, I had the lights on, the music on, I had chilled wine, and they sat on the deck and were standing on the deck, and everybody walking through the home, and the beautiful sunset, and they looked at me and said, write it up. So it was, they had looked at a lot of properties, and I was not sure that this was going to be the one for them. But the point is, I was serving my clients at the highest level. I was creating an environment, and so real estate, being successful as a real estate agent is not about high pressure sales or scripts, exactly what you're going to say to an affluent client that's going to get them to magically, decide that they need to buy a luxury home. It's creating the environment both to attract that affluent client that makes you competent and an expert in your market, somebody that they can know, like, and trust, and then having systems in place that when you are working with those clients, that you're doing the things that they expect as affluent clients, a little bit different caliber of client. So if this is something that's of interest to you and you want to learn more, I have an opportunity. If you click on the link here, if you'd like to schedule a 30-minute coaching call to talk more about your business and understand how the Attract Client Secrets online academy and all the systems that I've created, the physical products. I have books, audio CDs. I have a lot of things that can help you to get to that next level. And if you're ready to make that commitment, and I always encourage agents, you are the product and the service in your market, in your business. And if you're not investing in yourself, if you expect to get different results but do the same things every day, day in and day out, it's not going to happen. So you need to focus on what are you going to do differently? How are you going to set your trajectory differently so that you can start to attract affluent clients that will call you, and then understand how to work with those clients so you can get them to the closing table and create happy clients and generate significant income for you, and so you can support your lifestyle. And so one of the things that I talk about frequently is if you employ my systems, you'll guaranteed to earn an extra $100,000 over the next 12 months if you just do the work and follow the systems. The things that I've done, I'm among the top 1% of the 73,000 Coldwell Banker agents in North America. I did a little over $34 million in total volume last year, almost $875,000 in gross commission income, and on track to replicate that this year. So my systems work, and I know that they can work for you as well in your market. So go ahead and click that link. I look forward to talking to you on a 30-minute coaching call. You'll be glad you did.